Hey guys, it's the God Queen Soncerae here, and I've been trying to take a mental break and have a personal day to myself where I'm just resting and watching television because I've been pumping out videos and I have been having to deal with this drama in regards to my pregnancy, and so I've just been trying to lay back and eat well and chill. And so someone just sent me a whole bunch of links to a whole bunch of videos. And in one of the videos, someone is using some clips from a previous video that I made about my book, my Unicorn Atlanta book. And if you don't remember my Unicorn Atlanta book, it was based around the swingers lifestyle and how I had met Chris Law, and it talks about, what happened when I first moved to Atlanta and, my modeling career, things of that nature. And so I had made a video where I spoke about, the things I had gotten involved with. And I want to be clear to everybody. And I think I made a video about this before, but I'm going to make a video about it again so everybody can be clear and certain. Okay, because, a lot of the times people make up their own version of your life by taking pieces of some shit and not actually listening to what you say. A lot of people want to make up their own version of my life instead of, facts, using the facts. People spread rumors about me all of the time. That comes with the territory. That's not something I'm about to sit here and complain about. It's just something I've had to deal with since I was about 23 and became popular inside of the modeling industry and the entertainment industry. And it's always been rumors about me all of the time. This is a non-stop thing. This is something that never goes away. And if you've dated anyone who is in the entertainment industry, or maybe they've gained some level of popularity or anything like that. They could just be, I don't know, popular in your neighborhood. Shit, they could be popular in the school you go to or at your workplace. There's always rumors going around about this person. So I want to be very clear. I was never a prostitute. I never sold my body. All right. I've never been a porn star. I never videotaped me having sex and put it on porn sites. I've never had a pimp, or I never, was on the corner selling myself. I was never an escort. I never did anything like that. What I did do was, during my modeling career, I posed in lingerie. Everybody knows that. You can go to Soncerae.com and you can see my modeling pictures. That's not something I lie about. I usually tell guys this from the beginning, because if you Google Soncerae, eventually you're going to see my modeling pictures. You're going to see me in lingerie and things of that nature. And so, yeah, that's definitely something that I did. And I definitely worked inside of the swingers lifestyle. That's how I ended up in it to begin with. Chris Law had introduced me to the owner of one of the swingers clubs here in Atlanta, and I ended up doing the promotions and marketing for that company so they could make extra money to renovate the place. And I successfully did that. I came in, tried to work weekends and be there as much as I can, and worked it out. And they ended up renovating the place. Since the owner of that establishment has committed suicide and he's passed away, but I spent about a good year there in that establishment, and I got to meet a lot of swingers. I got to meet a lot of bisexual people. I got to meet a lot of porn stars and prostitutes and all types of stuff, escorts inside of that lifestyle, because that lifestyle has to do with a lot of people who are, inside of the sex industry. I still try not to judge people. I try not to judge people who are part of the sex industry because, this is a choice that they made for their lives. And so before I decided to get in the swingers lifestyle, I had been in Charlotte, North Carolina. And back then, I was a madam at an escort service. The escort service was called Ass Kings. And what the guy that ran it wanted me to do is keep up the grooming for the women that he did bring in, because a lot of the women that he brought in, they were from the streets. A lot of them was young. A lot of them didn't know how to groom themselves. And because I had been in the modeling industry, I knew a lot about hair. I knew a lot about makeup. I knew a lot about grooming. I'm educated myself. So I would teach the girls how to groom themselves and speak and do their hair and do their makeup and dress and whatever else. I never had to sell my body to do that. He just paid me to be more like a mother, to these girls. And that was kind of interesting to me, to meet a lot of women who was going through some stuff. And so then when I got to Atlanta and I decided to, take Block Dimes at full force. Block Dimes was a social organization that I created for women who were inside of the sex industry. Any type of girl that was doing anything inside of entertainment, whether it was a stripper, a porn star, a model, an escort, whatever she was, I asked her to be a part of the organization, and we would jump from event to event to event, passing out flyers, passing out the magazines, selling calendars. We would also do a lot of charity events. And because we did a lot of charity events, I decided to drop Block Dimes altogether and start Block 11. And that's how I ended up with Block 11. Actually, just trying to, help women inside of the sex industry. So, a lot of people jump to conclusions and make themselves look stupid when they try so hard to try to make me out to be a bad person. And the funny thing is, I think the person that did this video is actually someone who supposedly says that they care about me. And the fact that instead of them asking me about, this portion of my life, they decided to judge me and try to make it seem like, I would lie and pretend I'm not a prostitute, or, just try to make people believe, one thing when it's another. No, the truth has always been out there. I've always been extremely honest about who I am. I don't have to lie to anybody about it because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of who I am. I love who I am. I love what I've been through. I've been through so much. And even if I was a prostitute, it's funny that, anybody would judge me for that. It's funny that people would judge me when they have experiences and stuff that's not so bright and not so, loving and positive inside of their lives. Especially this person that's made this video has actually paid for prostitutes, loves prostitutes. So for this person to actually take it upon themselves to create a video about me to try to make it seem like I'm a prostitute is so hurtful. It's so hurtful, and this is why I'm staying away from this person. This is why I want to be away from people who actually think so hard. They try to do whatever they can and try to make me out to be a bad person. And that's not who I am. It's never who I've been. And I can always tell when I'm dealing with someone who has insecure issues and things going on with their own behavior in their own lives. When people don't know who they are, they spend time doing this. Like happy people who got their lives together, people who are traveling, people who got something better to do, they really don't have a lot of time to be posting videos about other people making up stuff. And this was something I said, last year when a whole bunch of men decided to make a whole bunch of horrible videos about me. I could tell that these were the guys that were underachievers. These was the guys that wasn't getting no pussy. These were the guys who were broke, because no dude who has, money and a job and, enough success and better shit to do than this is going to waste his time doing all of this. It's like people try to over dissect my life and make up their own version of my life. If you want to know more about my life, all you got to do is go to Soncerae channel. Okay? And if you unclear about something that she may say, ask her. It's that simple, because I'm all up and through my comment section. And if you want to know something that you may be confused about, or maybe you feel like I contradicted myself, or maybe, I wasn't clear about something, my email address is there. Soncerae@gmail.com. I will definitely clear it up for you so you can understand. And I will always tell you the truth. Always. I was never I was never a prostitute. I was never an escort. There's no man out there that can say that he actually paid, for my services. You know, there's no man out there that could say that and actually be telling the truth and got some legitimate proof that he paid Soncerae for some sex. Because it never happened. That's not the type of woman I am. I don't sell myself. I don't have to do all of that. When I go out here and I get money, I work hard to get it. I got a brain. I don't necessarily have to use my body. And that's the part about modeling that drove me crazy. Because I was like, I hate modeling. The entire time I was modeling, I hated it. And the funny thing about it is modeling actually introduced me to a whole nother world of people. A whole nother situation. It helped me not be judgmental of people. It helped me open my mind to people living in a different way from me. So it helped me just, just be there for people who needed someone to not judge them. And I've heard so many stories, so many ugly stories about so many women and so many men and the stuff that they experience inside the entertainment industry. And that's why it's so easy for me to have compassion for people and have an open mind for people who may be uneducated, people who don't have, didn't feel like they had the same opportunities that I did. Okay. Again, one more time, I was never a prostitute. I was never an escort. I was never a porn star. All right, I don't even know where all of this stuff comes from. And so anyone who tries to tell you that, tries to spew some shit like that, they got some issues going on with themselves. So here's straight from the horse's mouth. Was never a prostitute. Was never an escort. Was never a porn star. I was a madam at an escort service. And if you really know what a madam is, not all madams got to go around here and fuck. I didn't have to do all of that. My job was to just take care of women. And think about all of the stuff that I do on my channel every day, all of the counseling that I do, all of the inspiring that I do, and the motivation that I do. That's all I did for these girls. And that's all I was doing when I did block doms. Everything is about positivity with me. You will see a pattern in my lifestyle if you pay attention. Block 11 magazine, inspirational magazine. Block Doms, social organization for women in entertainment. And I'm doing charities with them. I was a madam at a damn escort service and positively spoke to these women. I worked inside of the swingers lifestyle and helped a black business owner improve his business because he was about to shut down. So every time somebody try to make you out to be a negative person, or someone trying to make you look ugly, is because they so loathe them damn selves and have accomplished very little. They have nothing to show for anything that they've done. No diploma, no degree, no money, no accomplishments whatsoever. Just remember that, okay? I appreciate you listening. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.